I think as parents, a lot of us do just put our fingers in our ears and think it's not going to happen to my family. But, I mean, just tell us about some of the darker elements of what are going on now with children. I mean, I think you were talking about a self-harm...
Well, you know, the reason I wrote a book, because as a clinician, I'm seeing more and more young adults coming in with problems that basically you can sort of derive back to a life lived online, constantly comparing photos. Yeah. And even though we know they're heavily doctored and filtered and squeezed in a bit there and bumped up a bit there, we believe them, and that affects the way we feel about ourselves. So we've got these self-esteem issues. Cyberbullying, horrible. You know, I wrote this book in conjunction with an anti-bullying charity called Ditch the Label, which does fantastic work. And all these questions in the book are real questions from real kids. We haven't just sort of sat there and thought them up. And some of the questions are really disturbing. The amount of bullying and being picked on or not being included.
Isn't there something where they bully wemselves? Like there's an app where you bully yourself.
It's a sort of version of self-harm, yeah, where you create a sort of an account and send yourself bullying messages, and it's really sad. Is
that just for attention? Is that what kids are doing it to get attention?
It's a sort of cry for help.
So they might already be being bullied, and then they're kind of saying, "Look, this is happening to me."
Possibly that, or other problems. You know, there's problems at home. There's problems. It could be anything, but it is a cry for help.
Does this book then give the parents themselves advice of how to deal with that, and maybe talk to the children about that?
Yeah, so it's just questions, lots of questions from kids with answers from me on how to do it, how to manage it, how to use social media safe. I mean, it's not all bad. It's you know, it is the future. I hate using that, but it is the future. You know, but how to use it wisely, because I think otherwise there are a lot of dark places where it is very easy to stumble into, and that's very disturbing. I
mean, teachers are talking now of seeing children presenting with anxiety younger and younger in schools. Is that something you see as a GP?
Absolutely, it's related to this comparison. So everyone's life online seems perfect, blissful, lots of friends, all out all the time, nice clothes, looking good. It's unrealistic, you know, compared to all our lives, isn't it, to be fair?